Hello trips and welcome back to Hanning's Rest. I've been on eBay again and I got a few bargains, so I'll show you them. Right, the first one, they're all wagons, so there's an assortment of wagons. They're all Hornby. This one is a BR mineral wagon. It's in bauxite. And that's it there. And there's a 20-ton stone wagon. I'll have a wee look at it. And along the side it's quite well detailed. With the running gear and all that, the brake shoes and stuff, the rivets and that. The print on it's really good. You can actually, if I get that in focus. That you can actually read that, but there we go. Right, so that's that side. Look at the end. Getting quite well detailed. Big decoupling on it. The bit for the 3-link coupling if you so desire. This side's exactly the same as is that side. I'll look underneath. There's a representation of vacuum braking, all the bits and pieces, suspension and whatnot. Quite free rolling. This wagon hasn't actually been used that much. There's a bit of wear on the wheels, but not much. Alright, I'll stick it on the track. If I can do this left-handed. No, I can't, so I'll do it right-handed. It's not the best roller on the planet, but... Right, so that was the first one. Right, we'll set it off around the track, see how it goes. And it's off to. It's rolling nice and freely. Probably isn't the best roller. When it's in, it's spinning, doesn't it, bother? That's fine. Wee bit of weather on that and a bit of load in it. It'll be absolutely smashing. Right, on to the next. Right, this is the next one. I got 5 wagons altogether and I got them for like 30 quid. So it just goes to show you there are bargains out there to be had. This one's a top link. Hornby top link, whatever that is. 5-pack Pontothel chemical. Right, we'll have a look at the wagon. That's it there. Again, the print on it is really, really nice. Plenty of detail on the side of the chassis and that. Handbrakes painted up. Spoked wheels. Plenty of riveting. Oh, that's detailing up here's all really well done. At the end, there you go, the rivets on the metal bits, the imitation hook for the 3-link coupling, unsprung buffers, this side, again, equally well printed, this end exactly the same as the other end. Again, there's a large decouplings, there's no detail underneath whatsoever. But this should be quite a free rolling wee model. We'll stick this on the track and see how this one rolls. Oh, it's a lot better than the other one. Or it was until I derailed it. And again. Aye. Right, we'll stick that on the track and see how that goes. Right, we'll set this off on its way around. And it's off. Again, really free running. No problem with the points there. That's doing well. Excellent. Well, I'm quite pleased with that. That's doing well. Excellent. Well, I'm quite pleased with that. Right, now onto the third wagon, which is a 6-plank wagon Parkinson. Now I don't know when these wagons came out or whatever, it's just, I've just picked them up off eBay recently, they arrived this morning. But aye, that one's really well detailed. Love the print on it. Or the detail along the side of the chassis and that. And this end, all the rivets and stuff. Again, your imitation 3-link coupling. This side, exactly the same. I love the print on these Hornby models. They're absolutely fantastic. And this side, underneath will be the same as that. No, there's imitation plank on this one. Now, because this one's got the screw in the middle, you can change them for, you can probably fit any M pockets on them, no bother. Or the Hunt magnetic couplings that take the screw in the middle. Oh, I reckon this wagon's brand new. I don't think it's ever seen the track. There's absolutely no wear on the wheels whatsoever. Right, we'll try it on the track and see how this one rolls. That's not too bad. Right, again, we'll stick that on the track and see how it runs. And there we go, that's it on the track. And it's off. Again, not a problem with it. No bother to over that point. Right. Check it in here on this one. Not a problem. Right, on to the fourth one now, which again is a top link, Hornby top link. And this one, 20-ton tank wagon, United Oil Importers. Well, I'll have a wee look at the model now. And there it is there. Now again, the detailing on it is quite good. There's the separately fitted cap on it, the vent, the printing on the side is exceptional. It's got these separately fitted cables and stuff for the riveting on the body, and that looks cracking. And all the chassis all highly detailed, etc. Oh, look at this end. Not much in the way of detail, but there's your imitation hook for the chainline coupling and that. That end's exactly the same. But this one's got plastic wheels. Now I will say this one is extremely light. But again, if you look at the wheels, I don't think that's ever been on the track. Ever. Wow. Right, we'll get the B-roll, see how it goes. The cracking free rolling thing, for all it's dead light, but there's no weight in it, you know. Which is quite surprising for the size of it, but yeah. Right, we'll try that on the track. Right, that's it on the track. Let's see. And it's off. And here it comes. See, this one gets on at this point. Any bother? It's surprising how light it is. It's actually quite disappointing how light it is. Wow, it's a nice model. Well detailed. We'll try it over here. Not a problem. Super. Right, on to my fifth and last wagon that I got, and it's a V-Tanker Cretan Cement. I'll have a wee look at it. Right, there it's there. And I love the finish on this. It's just so well painted. And the level of detail in it is fantastic. You get these little separately fitted handrails, a separately fitted pipe. The printing on the sides is superb. Little wheel nut. Excellent. At the end, again, there's a sort of separately fitted pipe coming out the bloke nut. Hazard warning flash, another pipe here. Shame about the seams on the buffers, but can't wear them, can you? Again, it's got that fake hook for the 3-link coupling on it. Other sides, the rear wheel, separately fitted pipes, separately fitted handrails. Or this kind of separately fitted detail along here. Bits of pipe and pumps and all sorts of stuff. Right, I'll have a look at the top. These hatches seem to be individually fitted, as is the little walkway. Absolutely brilliant. And there's no seam, there's no weld, no mould seam on this at all. Which is really nice to see. Right, underneath, there's this kind of, I take it that's a thing for pumping out the cement when it gets to the end. Other than that, there's very little in the way of detail. There's a couple of bits there, but that's about it. It's superbly free rolling. And again, if you look at the wheels, they've never seen a track. This is brand new. Alright, so it's on the track, we'll get a re-roll. It's actually a really good roller, and it's much heavier than the fuel tanker that I looked at a second ago. It's at least twice, 2.5 times the weight. So we'll stick this on the track and we'll see how it gets. The thing I did notice is if you look at the height of the couplings, I don't know if you can see that very well. You can see the difference in the coupling heights there. But considering these are made by the same manufacturer, I would imagine round about the same time. But they could have got the coupling heights a bit better. But apart from that, can't complain about the model. Right, we'll set it off in the track, see how it gets on. And it's off. And here it comes. Over a point, no problem. fantastic. Right, I'll leave these running around the now while I show you a couple of bits and pieces, right? My wife's been on Temu and she got these trees. And she had to paint up the trunks to take the plasticky look off them. But how good does that look? That's over a couple of pounds. Absolutely phenomenal. There's another one over there, and another one there. I don't know if I'm going to keep them there or if I'm going to move them, so I'm not going to glue them down. But I'm going to glue that one there. That one's going to stay there. That just looks brilliant now. There's also another one, which is a slightly different kind. It didn't look so good when it came. My wife's messed about it to try and get it to look slightly better. So aye, it's looking quite good. There's another one way over there. And I think that one's brilliant over there as well. So we've got a couple of these stuck down and then on to the next thing. Another thing I've been working on this week is this wee locomotive, this Bachmann N2, 2MT I should say. Now, I put a crew in it, as you can see. There's a wee Hornby crew in there. I think the two of them are in there anyway. Can't see the other guy. But I've had a few issues with this locomotive actually. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The other day when it was running, it started making a clicking noise, and when I tried to reverse it, I only went so far and it stopped. And what it was this bit here and this bit here had jumped to a position, and this was jamming. So I don't know if I've got it right in place or not, but it seems to be running a hell of a lot better. And then the day when I went to run it, it wouldn't go at all, it was dead. So what I had to do was I unscrewed the body of the tender, and the 8-pin blanking plug that was in this was actually loose in the socket. So I just pushed that in, and hey presto. We have a superbly working locomotive now. I do like these 2MTs. I've got this one and I've got the old Hornby Pirate 2MT, which doesn't run that great on this track, but hopefully I'll get that sorted shortly. Alright trips. Now remember, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of junk, you know, just so you can watch more of this garbage that I put out, you know. But there you go, there's a short train of wagons there that I go for less than £35. I think it's £30 altogether. It's £29.50 I think for the wagons plus the postage. I'm waiting on some more wagons coming because I bought 3 loads of wagons from eBay this month. Plus I've also bought wagons to go with the Hornby line. So £35 or less, and you can get a train of wagons rather than £35 for one wagon, or a high quality detailing underneath. I mean, if you want to spend a fortune on wagons and stuff like that, go ahead on your boat batter in, but I refuse. I'm buying bargains for now. There is one item that I'm going to get at the Model Railway Scotland show if somebody brings it to sell. It's brand new and it's quite pricey, but I need it, if you know what I mean. I've got a locomotive that needs it. So we'll see how that goes, see if we can get it. Alright, so I'm off to do some more wee bits and pieces to this way out. Alright guys, I'll leave you with some rain shots of these 2 trains getting run. And Hopefully you've managed to get yourself some bargains out there. Listen, there's plenty to be had. It's just a matter of hunting them down. Right, trips, catch you in the next one. Bye now, bye.